There is no second best.
Good morning, Chaos. How's it going, guys? Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, Chaos Chasers. Here we go again. We're here to chase the chaos. Oh boy, Bitcoin sitting at 75,200. Pretty much the same spot we were at yesterday. We are seeing a little bit of a rollover this morning. Again, tired of winning. Winning. You know, you guys know the drill. Of course, calling for a baseline bear last night. Yeah, let's go. Let's get it.
We're gonna win
Baseline
so much,
bear.
you may even get tired of winning.
I am tired of winning. I am so tired of winning. All right, of course, calling for baseline bear. Pretty much landing right on top of our bear case scenario last night. Yeah. Let's see how low can we go. We are still trying to at least respect the center of our parallel channel and the very tip of that little sliver of what we have left of a golden pocket. This one was already, of course, destroyed last week. We're attempting to, of course, try to build it back this week. It's going to be hard to do that while we do still have the options expiry event tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow at around midnight. Technically that's Friday. Okay, Friday at midnight, right? We're going to have, of course, the forward markets, futures start to, get that options expiry event rolling over. And then, of course, in the United States, around lunchtime here in the States on Friday, we're going to see, of course, the same thing as well for the CME. So we do still have a little bit more downside. Again, I believe, hopefully, we'll see a little bit more. Hopefully, yes, we'll see a little bit more, setting us down to minimum for my baseline target on this pullback to at least the trend line, right? So about 69, 70K. Maybe we bounce at 71. It really depends on what time frame we do land down there. Are we going to land down there after or before Friday? And we'll, of course, take a look and see what the order books look like this morning. How you guys doing? How you guys doing in the chat? Good morning. Brandon White. Good morning, Chaos Peeps. Good morning, Strawberry Dragons. Of course, our favorite flavor of dragon. Good morning. How you doing, Strawberry? How you doing? Holding in there. Yep, I feel you. Good morning, Chaos. Good morning. I guess Gamma also here as well. She's awake. It's up super late because of her kid. I know the feeling. But I am my own kid. I mean, I am a big kid. I kept myself up last night tearing apart my old computers and trying to maintain my old hard drives, try to clean everything up before I sell all my old equipment. Grand Rising Otaku and Chaos family, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you are doing as well. Gamma, we love you. We love you, Gamma. All right. Let's see. BTC still sitting out at 75,200. Let's get into the news. I do have some things I want to share with you guys this morning. Some of the, of course, opening statements from Bloomberg.
Coming up, the AI boom powers markets to new highs, with Goldman Sachs saying more gains to come.
That AI momentum has been fueling a chip frenzy. Micron now pushed into the trillion-dollar club.
Pushing into that AI narrative. Freaking Robinhood, guys.
World Robinhood is launching AI agents that can trade stocks and make credit card purchases for customers.
It's happening.
Users will be able to create separate agentic trading accounts with capped funds, while gold card holders can set spending limits and approvals for purchases. Options, crypto, and other products are
All right, of course, that's all coming down the line. I think we already have some of these smaller exchanges doing this. I think KuCoin does it. Hell, I think even Binance has some sort of product. I know KuCoin at least allows you to do AI copy trades, stuff like that. All right. What else do we have this morning?
Bloomberg Washington correspondent Tyler Kendall at the White House. Tyler, it's something that excited markets this morning that sent oil prices lower. What has been reported on this?
Well, Danny, we should
may be a
caution
deal.
that at this
Deal.
point it is unclear how recent this draft is and what the U.S. has agreed to. Because according to Iranian state TV, this draft memorandum of understanding would see a reopening of the Strait of Hormuz within 30 days of an agreement being finalized and the U.S. lifting its naval blockade. These are already items that we know that the two sides were working towards in what could be a phased agreement that would then kick off perhaps longer-term negotiations around Iran's nuclear program. But importantly, Iranian state media is reporting that this memorandum of understanding would include Iran and Oman still having a mechanism in place to oversee shipping in the strait. We've heard earlier this week that Iran was working on some sort of navigational services fee, perhaps a rebranding of a toll mechanism, something that we know that this administration has said would be a non-starter in these negotiations. So there is a lot to look at here and a lot of questions that we still have, because at this point, while the White House has maintained that they are working towards a diplomatic solution, we know that there are just so many sticking points, including control over the strait, including what happens to frozen Iranian assets, and ultimately what those curbs are going to look like when it comes to Iran's nuclear program, and what happens, Matt and Danny, to that stockpile of already highly enriched uranium.
Well, I mean, we know that.
All right. So there you guys. That's the of course the latest skinny we have right now on. U.S. oil now falling on report that Iran agreement would restore the Strait of Hormuz traffic in 1 month's time. It's something. I was just joking around with Jake the Snake last night. Him and I were going back and forth a little bit. It just seems like no matter what, Trump will find a way to, of course, keep this market afloat. All right. Let's see. One last little statement here. I think I had one more thing. No, I think we already covered that too. All right. We're good. Let's get into some of the other headlines. We do have a little bit of time this morning, about 3 or 4 minutes. I started a little earlier, so we can at least get through some of the big headlines this morning. Amazon starts selling its AI shopping technology to other retailers. So, of course, we're going to start seeing more of these things pop up in every single aspect of our lives. Your AI agent can now trade on Robinhood, yes, as reported this morning by Bloomberg, and buy stuff with your credit card, too. Lululemon settles a proxy battle with founder Chip Wilson, agrees to 2 board nominees. Ken Paxton bests John Cornyn in a Texas Republican Senate primary after Trump's endorsement. Seems like that's the common thing going on right now. Wasn't the Georgia one that just ended the same way? New bull market in software stocks hinges on this report. Let's take a look here because they're still waiting for software to really start popping off. And of course, crypto is software. Options traders are convinced that the SaaS apocalypse is over. Yes, whether that's true will likely depend on the market's reaction to the Salesforce earnings after the bell Wednesday. Guys, this is like the perfect storm, man. If we do get a real deal rolling into June, we do have the SaaS apocalypse officially over. We do have possibly a vote next week or next month when we do have senators returning, of course, from recess. I mean, this seems like a possible perfect storm. Options expiry, of course, for Bitcoin, setting prices lower on the short term. But of course, you guys know, I love seeing Bitcoin oversold at the end of a month because usually we start to explode on the following month. Very good chance. All right, so yeah, I think this is all kind of good, of course, leading into this summer. All right, could the giant Salesforce down more than 50% from its all-time highs more than 18 months ago will likely have outsized the impact of the group, which now is up 25% since the low in April. A technical definition for a new bull market, hopefully for software and crypto. Yeah, I like. All right, anything else here before we got to get over there? Ring that bell in about a minute. SpaceX merger chatter reignites Musk push for rocket company towards the NASDAQ. Of course, we're still waiting for, that IPO launch. Let's see. Stocks making the biggest moves pre-market. Micron, Zscaler, MGM, Bed Bath & Beyond Works is going to be pretty much a mixed bag of earnings, I guess, today. Foot Locker, geez, that's probably not looking really good right now. Let's see. FedEx is to buy a freight business spinoff approaches. JP Morgan says. Yeah, they got to get those AI box trucks going too. Taiwan chip stocks climb after NVIDIA announces $150 billion spending plan. That's pretty much all the headlines here on CNBC. We'll get more into TradFi here in a second once the opening bell rings.
Do it for the right reasons.
All right, we got about 30 seconds. It should be there any second now. Good morning, guys. How's it going? Crypto Quint, happy Wednesday. Yes, happy Wrecked Wrench Wednesday, guys. We'll, of course, have our Patreon live tonight. Hanging out with you guys. Can't wait for that one. I gotta catch up with you guys. it's been too long now with the long weekend. Brandon White says, I love my coffee mug. I'm ordering this one in your hand. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I like the other one too with all my mascots chasing Bitcoin. But I left that one at my parents' house in Florida. Let's see. Good morning, Chaos Crew. Good morning, Crypto JPEG as well. How's it going? Good morning. Here we go, guys. Let's get it. Opening bell happens now. Let's see what we have to work with.
This is Bloomberg Open Interest. I'm Matt Miller. We are looking at new records
75 flat on Bitcoin.
Benchmark indexes at the close yesterday, and futures, which currently are up, will push us again to highs we've never seen before on the S&P as well as the NASDAQ. And you can see the Dow Jones Industrial Average also firmly in $50,000 territory. You've got the American Mobile ringing the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, Latin America phone operator. Its stock is up almost doubled in the last 5 years. And Boost Run ringing the opening bell at the NASDAQ. Their stock has almost tripled since it began trading. So a couple of winners making the way for the trading day to kick off. Danny in the green.
The ultimate winner, though, is Micron. That's what I'm looking at the open. It already gained 19% yesterday. It extends that today with a gain of nearly 5%, 4.8%.
Still going.
Or so moving around. It's pretty crazy. In all of that big run it's been on, it is still short of a double-digit price-to-equity valuation. I guess this is still a company that people are trading like it's cyclical, like there's a boom and a bust. And right now, it seems to be at least a sell-side community and buyers that are waking up to this idea that maybe it has further to run because of the AI trade.
Yeah, so Micron now a $1 trillion company, and it's got price earnings, a forward PE of less than 10. It's 9.82.
It was
currently.
like 7 2 days ago, so that does tell you about how much it's run up, but still pretty cheap.
Exactly. We also have JP Morgan down this morning. Let's check the stock, just barely down. But more importantly, comments from the CEO, Jamie Dimon, saying, quote, I personally think that right now we're over-earning. So the bank is doing too well. He says they have 1,000 AI use cases, but 50 to 60 are significant. And I feel like if 50 AI use cases are significant for someone with such high standards, that's a pretty...
what does significant mean?
I guess that means they could earn more money with those use cases.
Almost under 75.
And run the bank probably with fewer employees.
True. Yeah, I mean, he's not going to say that after the kerfuffle of Standard Chartered. I think it was maybe a PR lesson in
less low-value human capital.
Yes, that is the words that the Standard Chartered
yes.
kind of pocket back.
Less
Standard Chartered did. And Jamie Dimon did hint also that 2026 costs could be above guidance, so maybe they're not significantly money-making now, but for the future. In any case, let's bring back Moneta Global Wealth Managing Director Ethan Devitt.
We'll give her a minute.
I want to start, Ethan, with these, what essentially were commodity producers, these memory chip makers that have been subject to the boom and bust cycle for as long as I've been covering them, and I started 27 years ago. Does it make sense to you that we have 800, 900, 1,000% gains in memory chip makers in the first 5 months of the year?
Well, it is a question of following the money, in my view, and that we've now moved from the hyperscaler frenzy into tracking their capex and marveling at their capex, then punishing them for it, and now following the money. And the natural place to follow the money is into the picks and shovels, into the semiconductors. It should be also into the data centers, into the energy stocks, and ultimately,
All right. It's the same bullshit we hear every morning. Let's go over to CNBC and see what Kramer's up to. As Bitcoin still holds 75K, guys. I just put up a poll. Will it break this morning? It's still there. Again, if you guys are just joining us and you're not aware of the current situation, I don't know, you're sleeping under a rock for the last month or two, the golden pocket is right here. We are sitting right on top of the golden pocket still at 75K. right? So I will get into, of course, the weather, right? We'll get into, of course, the order books here in a second. I'm gonna catch up with you guys in the chat, and then we'll get into, of course, a little bit more doom, and then we'll get into the weather here in a minute. But yeah, you can see we're still like just barely on that, first little leg up of that little sliver that we did blow through last week, right here at 75K. So the real golden pocket, if we do see a bounce, is probably going to be around that 74 flat, maybe a 73.8. So watch out for that one. If we do see a bounce, it's where it's going to happen, right about there. All right, let's get back to it. All right, so we got Doomberg with, Doomberg already made their statements this morning. Let's see what we got from Kramer and Friends here, and then hang out with you guys in the Chaos Crew for a second.
Is another one that's probably
damn, Russell hits a new record high.
That I made a mistake for the club. And by the way, when a stock's down, you can't say early. It's a mistake. But I thought Dick's did a very good job today. Stock was down huge in the before hours, and then I think it could actually be up. But they had very good numbers for shoes. They guided up Foot Locker.
Foot Locker comps were positive. Yes.
But before you go excited about Nike, it was Europe and it was China that was the problem. So you can't really extrapolate and say that's what you want to go buy, as much as I'd like it to be the one that's bought, because my chopper trust owns it.
Right. All right, we're still talking about shoes. Okay. Happy Wednesday, guys. How's it going? Crypto Quint, Brandon White in the house. Good morning, Wednesday, Chaos Crew. Good morning. Andy also here. How's it going? Good morning, Gwaze. Good morning. How's it going, Andy? How's it going? Bitcoin still holding on to 75K desperately. All right. Let's take a look at the overall sentiment this morning. We had the stock market opening today at a fear and greed level of greed, 61, same exact spot we were last night. Nothing has changed. Crypto fear and greed yesterday was about 29, I believe we fell back down to, maybe 30. We're still sitting in 25 extreme fear this morning. Extreme fear for crypto. Again, Friday options expiry, guys. We still have about 48 hours remaining. Let's see, the Dixie. How's the Dixie doing? 99 still holding on to dear life. We did just break that slightly here in the early morning open. At 8:30, we did touch 98.9. So hopefully a little bit more of a rollover for the Dixie today. And bubbles. Let's get into bubbles. And then the overall breadth of the market with Bitcoin. The heartbeat. All right, let's take a look, seeing what's going on here. The top 100 oversold right now. There's a lot of pain. A little bit here, almost 1% down. Yeah, a solid 1% right now in the top 100. 2% in the top 200, and 300% respectively. Let's see what we have here. Big movers. Rain still moving up at 30%. UB up 8%. ICP coming back again with another 8%. Last week had a pretty good run too. Bobo, why is this thing still alive? I don't understand this dumb shit. Bobo's still in the top 100 and still alive and moving. 10% up. Luna Classic's still moving as well. Strawberry had us look at that one last night as well. Good job, Strawberry. Meme Core down up 6%. Had a bad day yesterday. Looks like it's coming back to life. Look at the weekly here. Looking for anything that's oversold 15% or more. There's nothing oversold yet, guys. Still nothing oversold yet in the month of May. Speaking of the whole month, we're looking for 30% off. There's not a single thing over here oversold as well. 30% off or more. Closest thing you got, Bitcoin Cash down 25%. I don't even know why this thing is still even around either. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on in the top 200 as well. Again, it's probably going to be lackluster. Looking at the weekly for the most part on the top 200, that might be the only place we have any sort of pain enough worthy of buying. Sky is down 11% in a single day. Grass 14%. Pendle, we haven't heard about Pendle in a long time. The thing's just rolling over now here on the day. 12% on the day. Bill 13% on UDS, down 12. Looking at the weekly, anything oversold 15 or more, this is the place to look for it. Then we got about 4 or 5, maybe 6. Gwei, look at that. Gwei's down 15% still. Second or third day in a row. Nice to see, of course, more of a buying opportunity for Gwei. Nexus, again, that just launched last week, down another 18% here on the week. Again, it's down. It just launched a week ago. Chili's down 20%. Bill down 24. Hash down 40. Buildon down 33. Pretty much the same movers we've had over the last few days. Looking at the monthly here. We have a few that's oversold 30% or more. Wow, look at this. XCN is down 30%. Damn. That's a pretty decent buy right there for, of course, my XCN fans in the chat. Hatch is down 36%. ZBEC, runner up. Wow. ZBEC down 22%. It was a little bit more oversold yesterday. I think it was down 25% yesterday on the month. Again, runner up, not quite oversold in my opinion just yet. Rave down 37% off. We got SPPV runner up as well, 24.6%. There's a lot of opportunity here in the top 200, more than there is, of course, in the top 100 right now. Still holding most of its gains for the month of April. So look at the weekly, guys. That's pretty much where all of the pain is, right? Yeah, we'll probably see a little bit more pain going into the end of the month. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. Today is the 27th. Holy crap, we're just blowing through the year, man. Blowing through the year. All right, there we go. Let's get back to TradFi one more time, and then we'll get into crypto with Bitcoin and the current weather patterns we have on the order books. All right, one more run through TradFi. Oh, we got
talks about the rule changes that will get mega IPOs into the NASDAQ 100 faster. This is Bloomberg Open Interest.
All right, let me talk about IPO costing. Thanks. CNBC, Jamie Dimon.
Not burning a hole in our pocket at all. It was sit there for a while, no problem.
It's kind of interesting that he was talking there about potential acquisitions, 10 to 20 billion, then kind of hurt himself and said, but don't think I'm going to be doing it right now, and then kind of backed up and sort of indicated that he feels like his stock may be fairly rich.
Well, he said they're over-earning. He did.
Oh, there we go, guys. Bitcoin broke 75K. Bing, 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 bing. How low can we go? How low can we go? Let's find out. Let's find out, since TradFi is boring me. I need more doom. I need more doom. All right. So yeah, we do see us breaking down a little bit here. Let's zoom on in and take a look and see what the big picture is. See how today is shaping up on the order books for Wednesday. Again, bringing this to you for free is Kimba. Don't pay for the live heat map for free. Book map for free, of course, is brought to you by Kimba on White Snow Lion on YouTube. I don't pay for it, guys. I don't pay for what I get for free, man.
What? Are you stupid?
My motto is, if it's free, it's for me. All right, looking at the overall volume, still pretty much flat, pretty much the same spot we left off last night. A little bit higher last night. The foreign market trading about 9 billion back and forth. We do have clear resistance levels starting to build. I guess we just got knocked off of 78. Again, building up lower and lower almost every day now. Let's take a look and see what we have here. We can see a little bit forming, a little bit more bearish on the daily. So within the last 30 minutes, hour, you can see just a tiny little sliver of that building for the day. That's where we're kind of going. At least rearing its ugly head right now. We have a clear structure for the bears to defend at least 47 or 74.8. I told you guys at the beginning of the live stream. That's where we're heading. This is where we're going now. If we do lose this, of course, 8, 6s, and 3s should always be respected this year. So more than likely, we're going to fall down to 74.6 and then 74.3 to defend that last area for probably around intraday trading. 12:30, of course, 1 o'clock Eastern. Take a look at overall in the weekly, same thing. Within the last day, we are printing a little bit lower. So again, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, rolling this over a little bit lower as we start to retest our test the golden pocket. Again, we have not really gone into the golden pocket at all. Even when the golden pocket was down here at 60K before, we've never really touched it. We just kept going up and up and up for the month of April. So now that we're finally here and waiting for a consolidation, a pullback, it's a really good place to actually either bounce either here at 60, I would say 75, right? 75 is a good place to bounce, or of course 70K flat, which I am of course betting on. That's going to be where we stop. If we do not stop there, maybe 68, maybe 65, maybe even 63 if you can get the market cap low enough. Let's take a look at the overall market cap and see how what we're dealing with even further. Let's see, have we lose 2.5 yet? No, we're still hanging on there. 2.52. It's usually a pretty good place to retest. If we do lose 2.52, it is possible we go back down to retest some of the areas we have not seen since the beginning of the year. Back in February, again, 2.2, 2.19, 2.17. The last two times we touched this again, respectively, Bitcoin went to 60K and 63K. And I'm betting the next time we hit this, Bitcoin will probably hit Probably 65K, maybe 64K, but I doubt it will be 60 or, of course, lower. Again, we have to be extreme in market cap. I mean, we're going to squeeze out the rest of everything that's left. Get it down to like 2 flat or something, and then Bitcoin might show a new low. 2.1, maybe 2.1, maybe, just maybe. Bitcoin might see a new low for the year. All right, so anyway, that's, of course, my... breakdown of today. Overall, this is of course what we are looking forward to. I'm expecting, of course, a little bit more pain going into that market close on the option expiry event, as we normally see. I do want to see Bitcoin get lower, so I'm hoping for a pullback to 70K or maybe 68. That's kind of where I'm planning on for a bounce. Again, a lot of opportunities to buy the dip between now and Friday. Maybe even to the end of the month, the options expiry, falling into, of course, the monthly close. Monthly close, I think, is on Monday, isn't it? Let me look at the calendar real quick. Damn it! Why does Windows calendar never freaking work on any machine? It always breaks and doesn't work on every machine I ever have. Okay. Calendar. All right, you're pissing me off, calendar. Oh Jesus. Yeah, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. All right. Calendar. Get my Google Calendar then. Let's see. Yeah, 31st is Sunday, so the first will be on a Monday. We're gonna have a clean start. Yeah, so looking pretty good either way. For that narrative going into the end of the week. On Friday, options expire, and then we reset during the weekend. The forward market is going to be, of course, the first one to do it. All right, it's going to be on Sunday. All right, let's get back into the news. Bitcoin now sitting at 74.7, still holding the tippy top of this iceberg, going into the golden pocket. Still haven't really gotten to the meat and potatoes of it, which basically starts at 74.3. Okay. All right, let's get back to the news. How are you guys doing in the chat?
You changed the rules in order to attract
nonsense. We gotta get into crypto news too in about 10 minutes or less. It's still a little early this morning. Good morning. I saw the Goldman Sachs sold all of their XRP, says Brandon White. Yes, they did. That was a couple weeks ago, I think. I'm a little short on the beat, says Brandon. Yes. It's all good, mate. It's all good. They also sold some of their Ethereum and a little bit of their Bitcoin, too. Gotta have the subscription service for the calendar. Are you serious, Cliff? You used to just click on the freaking date, and then you'd see, like, a little pop-up window to show you just a little brief... This is ridiculous. I probably disabled everything, too. I'm really good about disabling all the bullshit features on Windows. Okay, anyway, looking at 74.7 right now. Still chopping off here. Of course, on the 1 hour, a pretty dramatic candle there. One of the biggest 1 hour candles we've actually seen to the downside. Look at this. Since last Saturday. What are we looking at? 1% candle? 1% candle. We're down 1%, guys. Let's see. Yep, down 1%. All right. So, yeah, it's significant, though. The next biggest candle we had was maybe the beginning of the month. Yeah, right there. Yeah, we're going to probably see another big one like this going into the end of the month. Where's the bigger one? Come on. We had one here at the end of the month. We always have one. It's still nothing really significant. 1 hour candle there. There we go. All right. Moving on. Let's see. Anything else happening on Doomberg real quick?
Them to NASDAQ. Is that the case?
Thinking about the next 5-10 years. Certainly some are going to be short-term oriented, but many are thinking.
All right, talking about IPO launches and CNBC. Broken.
We help the system run, and
they're on break. All right, we're going to get into crypto news a little earlier today. Coin Telegraph, we'll start there. Bitcoin shrugs off a $1.3 billion BlackRock block sale, ETF block sale. What? 23 minutes ago. Bitcoin's price stayed firm as a massive 1.3 billion block sale executed by a mysterious BlackRock ETF holder, with analysts are calling the sign of a large-scale institutional de-risking sell-off. Ooh. It's probably the candle I just showed you. $1.3 billion block sale in BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust tested liquidity in the largest spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund ETF as Bitcoin products faced a fresh stretch of outflows. Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Polchinez confirmed the transaction, adding that the market absorbed it well, as its price remained largely unchanged, he wrote on Tuesday. So this happened yesterday. Bitcoin's price fell 2% during the last 24 hours, but managed to remain above the 75.6 level at the time of writing, despite the significant block sale from the mysterious ETF hodler. All right, not really hodling if he's selling. Sold in May and went away. Bitcoin risks another 10% drop as the month turns red. Yes, this is what I told you since the beginning of the month, guys. This is where we are headed, and we're almost done with the month, and we're selling it off. Bitcoin is on track at the end of the month in red, a historically bearish signal that could point to a deeper losses ahead of the post-May track record, and is any guide. Okay, all right. Nothing really new here. This is, of course, Bitcoin over time, by month to month, over year. You can see here in the month of May, we had a decent month last year, but last year was the post-halving year. The month before, the year before that was the ETF launch, of course, of Bitcoin in 2024, leading up to the FTN, that launch right around those few months, beginning months of the year, pretty positive for Bitcoin. Then we had 2023, which was about 7%. We might be down like 1% or more by the end of May, right? I think we're already there now with that last candle we just sold off. Again, you just got to hold on to your butts. Almost there, guys. So a few more days left in the month. Let's see. China's top court. This study rules for crypto and AI cases. Crypto-backed candidates win the Texas primary runoffs. Of course, everyone in the cabinet right now, in Trump's cabinet, is, of course, pro-crypto. 3 new key XRP metrics. Nonsense. South Korea card charges CatFi meme coin operators in first DEX rug pull case. Okay, looks like South Korea is cracking down a little bit more. Crypto lobby spending on Republicans far outpaces the Democratic support. This is not new. This is obvious at this point in 2026. There's pretty much nothing else happening here in the news today on Cointelegraph. Let's jump over to let's go to cryptonews.net, see if we can find anything else a little bit outlandish. Let's go. Is it down? I must be down. Right. We're going to CoinDesk then. Okay, let's see anything else here. I don't really like CoinDesk early in the morning. Crypto participants once again prefer dollars over Bitcoin. Nonsense. As USDT, I guess, market cap continues to grow. Let's take a look at that real quick. How are the stables doing? 189 billion. Nothing's really changed with Tether. Still sitting at all-time highs for Tether. Right around 189 billion in market cap. Again, boom, all-time highs. Loading up on dollars. Possibly on the sidelines, just waiting with the market cap growing of overall crypto, and a lot of these, of course, stablecoins still sitting all-time highs in market cap. Tells me that they're loading up for something big coming later this year. Let's see what else is going on here. The USDC doing the same thing over here. I think they've been a little off the highs though recently. Again, the highs for USDT has been around 80. Yeah, well, it hasn't been up there in a long time. But yeah, we're still pretty much near all-time highs. We're a little off the 80, right? 79, 77 right now, sitting at a market cap of USDC. Of course, all the other stables are starting to catch up, and of course, other use cases like Hyperliquid. Again, just flipped Dogecoin on Monday, so that was pretty insane. If you guys were there for that. All right, anything else happening on CoinDesk? Not really. It's pretty much old news. CoinDesk. Let's see if we get cryptonews.net to work. I don't think it's going to work today. Let's go to cryptonews.com then. Okay, Bitcoin price prediction. Whales dump BlackRock ETF. We already mentioned that. Live crypto, blah, blah, blah. No, Satoshi, linked wallet, infamous, blah, blah, blah. Nathan Allman, of course, this is yesterday's news. Ondo Finance CEO and founder has passed away unexpectedly at 35. We covered that all day yesterday. Clarity Act odds just crashed from 75 to 50% in 1 week. That's also old news. I think we're back to 60% as of yesterday. 57. Still a coin flip. Past Clarity this year. Russell 2000 rebalancing. We just saw a break, I think, this morning, a new all-time high. Let's see what else. Base launches wallet to AI agent crypto tool in layer 2 product expansion. Looks like they are not slowing down. Robinhood just announced theirs this morning, and Coinbase, of course, is launching theirs via the Base wallet. XRP price chart shows incoming violent rebound. Nothing article there. Ripple news: Squid raised $6 million with Ripple backing, then lost half of it due to a hack less than 24 hours later. Yikes! Yikes! Seeing a lot of these, second, third party pools just getting hacked. Squid's official response has been distanced itself from a breach entirely, stating the team does not know who deployed the specific module responsible for the drain. All right, so another hack happening, this time with XRP. We just had, what was it? Aave. I think there was one on Sui. Again, these are all side chains, not the L1. Let's see. Cardano drama. Highlighting heats up hot as Hutchinson steps in. The Cardano governance structure is facing challenges. ADAs are now currently trading between 24 and 26 cents, stuck in consolidation phase. The next 30 days could significantly impact its price. All right, this is a nothing article too. Cardano turning to 11,000 DAOs to fix the internal conflict. Okay. I got it. Also, I heard that Hutchinson went on like a retreat in some foreign country. Do some ketamine and let ants crop his butt or something. I don't know. I don't know. Hutchinson's having a really bad year. He's having a really bad year. I'm sorry, Charles. All right. Anything else happening in the breaking stories? Not really. I think crypto news is pretty much dead right now, man. It feels like that ever since the Senate has went to recess. It's been pretty lackluster for crypto news. We're going to double check that, of course, here in a second. We'll do one more run of TradFi news, and then we'll get back into the real news over on Twitter for crypto.
At the Field House, and I saw them at a few fraternity houses. We had an amazing band list come through Denison, like
at the beta
wow,
show.
Fish would go to frat houses.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah, Dave Matthews, there was Fish, Big Head Todd, and we could go on. We could go on.
I think
nonsense, bunch of nonsense. Oh, let's go to CNBC where there's.
All you have to do is say, you know what, we have seen big conversion in Agent Force, and it's really turned on. And then I think the stock goes for a little bit of a jaunt, but he's got to say that.
And snow as well.
Yeah,
tonight.
Yeah, and I had Databricks with the tremendous disruptors that we've been following here at the company. That just Databricks is real good, but when you look at the growth that and
all right, we're still talking about the Databricks, Anthropic, the other IPOs. All right, let's get back into the real news over on X. Anything breaking this morning? Anything happening? Anything? Last Thursday on Charles Schwab, Michael Saylor says he discussed Bitcoin pricing dynamics, digital credit stretch, and its impact on MicroStrategy and its in convergence with DeFi and TradFi as Bitcoin reshapes the financial markets. He has shared the entire interview here. It's 40 effing minutes long. Cannot play this whole thing here. But we did play some snippets of this earlier this week, so I don't really want to get too far into that. Breaking, Iran State JTV just dropped a U.S. draft Iran MOU terms. U.S. forces pull back from Iran borders. Naval blockade lifted. Hormuz traffic back to pre-war levels in just 30 days. That's, of course, the talk on the street this morning. You guys have saw that, of course, we already mentioned that this morning. Just in, Iranian State TV has published that claims to be the new draft proposal. It's all what we're hearing about this morning, taking over the news outlets. Waking up the Chinese humanoid robots as they assemble themselves from a box. Oh my God. There you go. We showed that one like a year ago. Okay, former Ferrari chairman Montezava Molo tears the new electric Ferrari Luce apart. I cannot say what I think. I would harm Ferrari. We risk the destruction of a legend. Yeah, that's of course taking the internet by storm yesterday. The new Ferrari looks terrible. Looks absolutely terrible. For a $650,000 car, electric vehicle you get is ridiculous. How Bitcoin works in a single image. Whoa, that's a lot to unpack there. All right, we got Ron DeSantis on property taxes. If I go to Best Buy and I buy a TV, I pay a sales tax. but I don't get to keep paying sales taxes year after year for that TV. Of course, he's been trying to eliminate property taxes in the great state of Florida. Crypto price taxes and capital gains are also on that as well, but it won't really matter. We'll still have to pay federal. Michael Saylor says, we're here to give 1 billion people a bank account that pays them 8% with zero volatility. Of course, he's talking about Stretch. Okay, Megatron, the Iran-U.S. war explained in 10 seconds. Venezuela oil is heavy. Extra heavy, very low API gravity, around 8 to 10% or degrees or less thick, like tar or resin, with a high percentage of sulfur, metals in that, which does not flow easily and difficult to transport the pipeline or ship without heating, and requires expensive refineries for processing. Iran produces light oil and gas condensate, very light and volatile. This acts as a diluent. All right. So this is why China is used to do importing both of them, mixing. They're mixing the oils, I guess. This is what the U.S. is now trying to do, and the terrorists taking on huge profits. Oh, okay. There you go. It seems like, we're taking all the thick oil and we're going to mix it with our light oil, I guess. I don't know. I don't know enough about the oil. All right, Brazil is going to go viral with running raves. What the hell? Right, what does that have to do with... crypto, man? This is nothing happening in crypto lately, guys.
What are you, stupid?
Jeez, that's when you know. This is no news, man. The EU has just banned cash payments over 10,000 euros. It will now require ID for all Bitcoin transactions starting in 2027. What?
Are you stupid?
The same European Union that's losing its stablecoin war to America, the same European Union whose German chancellor just called it the world champion over regulation, is now tracking every Bitcoin transaction above a certain threshold. Yikes. Tom Lee on CNBC, the market is healthy and there's still runway. Despite all the oil fears, the U.S. is energy independent and the macro holds as of an hour ago. Stocks still have an upside until the end of the year. So, of course, FundStrat's Tom Lee.
Having everything rally, that's going to...
This is from the closing bell yesterday.
...take us past 8,000 by the end of the year.
Is he calling for 8,000 now?
Yeah, Scott. I think the market is pretty healthy. It shows
again, he just called for 77 by the beginning of the year.
Higher oil, higher yields. But I also think the U.S. is pretty unique because we do have a structural driver for the economy, which is not only is the U.S. the producer of AI, but we are also relatively energy independent, and that's been exposed by this war. And the consumer's in pretty good shape. So, I mean, I think there is a pretty good runway. So I'd agree with the idea that stocks, compared to the start of this year, have more upside into year end. We've got a few things we have to work through as we get later through the year, but I think for now the fundamentals are healthy, and that's supported by earnings.
I don't know what shape the consumer's in to be.
All right. He didn't actually say 8,000 yet, but yeah, again, big difference from the beginning of this year. Now sitting at 7,500, only 200 away from his previous call. I guess everyone's still optimistic. Yeah, everyone's still optimistic. I forget who called 8,500. That was next year, though. That doesn't count. By the end of this year, possibly looking at 8,000 now. The overall market is assuming, right, we're going to get to 8,000. IDK. All right. Bitcoin now sitting back at 75K, guys. We still didn't lose it. Even with all of you guys still in the chat, 82% of you guys saying, yes, we are going to lose it. 75K. We were down there for what? 20 minutes? 20 minutes, maybe? We're still chopping around here. Let's see the 15-minute candles here real quick. Looks like we might have been down there for 30. Maybe. 2 candles down there. 15-minute candles down, of course, underneath. Just skimming the surface again of the golden pocket, man. We still cannot get down there. Last time we were down there was last Saturday. So it was been a minute. All right. So trying to keep a little bit of this up into the right. Still a little bit more there. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. I still expect us to fall down though. Again, we still have 2 days remaining to really start to see a sell-off before the options expire on Bitcoin on Friday. All right, running out of stuff, guys. There's nothing else really breaking. We already had this covered this last night as well. Of course, the CFTC, Donald Trump's statements to the CFTC, still saying we are currently the crypto Bitcoin capital of the world. Yada yada yada. There's of course congratulating everyone involved with the CFTC. All right, let's get back to TradFi. They're on break for another 40 seconds, and CNBC, what do we got?
Diners compared to last year, which reflects, I think, the resilience that we hear about, and you know, you'll hear more from
resilience
Dick's
of
and Bath and Body
consumers.
Works.
You know what the resilience is? It costs the same amount to eat out. It's a weird arbitrage right now. It costs the same amount to eat out as it does to make a meal at home, so people are still eating out. And also, you still have buy now, pay later accepted at most restaurants like Taco Bell.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah. So that's what I see in my personal day to day. But yeah, I mean, yeah, TradFi is gonna do what TradFi does. All right. Let's see. Let's go back over to Doomberg. They should be back by now.
Bloomberg Intelligence.
Maybe not. Maybe. I'll give them 10 seconds. Catch up with you guys in the chat this morning. How you guys doing? Michael, how's it going? Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Mike. Crypto Quinn says, finally I paid off my Costco hot dog. Yeah, that was so funny. What is it? 4 payments of 25 cents, right? Something like that. Oh, jeez. Let's see what else we have. Cliff says you have to have a subscription for the calendar in Microsoft Windows. Yeah, Crypto Quinn says, did you see the Zondo CEO? Yes, we covered that twice yesterday and this morning today. Of course, Ondo CEO passed away at 35 years old. Way too young and very conspicuous as to the timing of the passing, right? We just got real world assets off the ground. We got this close to the CFTC and the SEC accepting tokenized everything, and then he passes away. It's just kind of things that make you go yeah, it does. It is kind of sus. Yeah, I agree with you, Crypto Quint. It is kind of sus. All right. Let's see what else we have here on Doomberg. Yeah, we got Paul Sweeney.
We'll get the latest there. Tom Hulick, CEO of Strategy Asset Management, will give us his thoughts on these markets. Mary Ross Gilbert, Bloomberg Intelligence. She's a senior equity analyst covering all the retailers. We're going to talk about Abercrombie and Fitch today.
Yeah,
they're keeping their
it's all retail. It's all retail today, man. And it's not gonna be good for most of these companies. It's not gonna be good. All right. I'm getting a little bit over annoyed by TradFi. I really wanted cryptonews.net to work today, but it's just not working. Just want to help you guys out a little bit here. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe down below. You guys know I like to watch everything without ads, right? For free. Go to Brave. Go to Brave browser. I'm not endorsed or anything. I've just been using Brave for the last 6 years. It's been, of course, saving all the time. Yeah, cryptonews.net is down. Cryptonews.net is down. Yeah, of course, you don't need to watch or have a paid subscription to YouTube. You get, of course, that for free. You can get it on your browser on your phone, and it still works. Blocks all the ads, and you can watch YouTube for free. All right, don't pay for any ads on my channel, guys, please. I'm trying to help you guys out. Everyone's nickeling and diming, just like I am. For $15 a month, you too can become a Chaos Crew member. How's that for a segue?
What are you, stupid?
Yes, for $15 a month, you can, of course, hang out with the Chaos Crew. And, of course, I do my Patreon lives every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, splitting up the week. And we also hang out on Saturday nights as well. If you guys want to, of course, participate with a friendly family, family friendly, chaos family friendly, I guess. Anything goes over there, right? Anything goes over there. For only $15 a month, you can, of course, have a crypto family that works for you. All right, let's get back to it. One more run through TradFi. I really don't want to, but I have to. One more run through TradFi. See if there's anything else breaking on Doomberg.
That's a record. NASDAQ Composite Index, 21 points higher
S&P 500
at 26,678. So that's a record. I don't know if this is good or not, but customers of Robinhood are soon going to be able to direct artificial intelligence agents to trade stocks and make purchases on their credit.
All right, they're just covering the same stuff we already covered this morning. CNBC, one more run over here. Memory stocks continue to rally.
Strategist Keith Lerner is with us.
Semis. Yeah, okay. Hardware. Yeah, no. I guess that's it, guys. That pretty much sums up this morning. I'm gonna do one more round of doom scrolling. All right, let's see. Anything else breaking? U.S. government values its gold as $42 an ounce, which is still way too under, of course, the current price of gold. We're never going to do the Fort Knox thing. Okay. Clarity Act may not fix crypto's biggest problem, which is the regulatory clarity along the view of derivative adoption of review facts. Court argues that the crypto tax rules remain too complex for both retail users and platforms. Form 1099 DA reportedly creates reporting gaps around wallets, DeFi activity, cost-based tracking, and transaction history reconciliation. Users are still forced to manually reconstruct complex transaction histories to avoid audit risks. All right. We just gotta, get rid of most of these tax laws, right? God. What a mess. U.S. aircraft, big news as of an hour ago, stationed in Israel, set to redeploy European bases within 72 hours with standby orders to return if the Iranian conflict reignites. The war is increasingly close to ending. Good for markets. This is pretty much the narrative we're getting all morning, right? Within 30 days, this could be over, according to, of course, the White House this morning. Yeah, nothing else changed. What else? Was this... Cardone still talking about his crypto portfolio. AI designs the best parking lot layouts in seconds. Kathy Woods says 21 million units were up 20 million. We already showed this clip last night. Nothing else is new, guys. Nothing. Justin Strategy, MicroStrategy CEO Fong Li just bought 55 shares of Stretch stock, an average price of $99 for about $5,400 on the behalf of his children. Okay, he's stacking sats for his dad. Okay. All right, Lynn Alden on why AI became Bitcoin's largest competitor for capital. Pretty much the exact same thing we've been saying in the past 3 or 4 years. She says that obviously you can't self-custody it, properties, AI agents, and payments, stablecoins win short term. Working capital, Bitcoin wins the long-term storage and censorship-resistant payments. Multiple types of money here for multiple types of purposes. The most honest assessment of Bitcoin versus AI capital destination you can hear. There you go. It's about 2 minutes long. All right, from the Bitcoin historian. That's an older clip too, I'm pretty sure. She hasn't been out here much recently. What else we got, man? That's about it, man. I am really stretching the news this morning. Robert Kiyosaki still saying even if 1.01 big Bitcoin is going to be priceless in 2 years. Again, guys, don't make me start ranting about this. Oh, jeez. Robert Kiyosaki, of course, sharing his opinion on where Bitcoin's price is going to, of course, be in the future. If you can't get to a single Bitcoin, which only 21 million people on the planet have the opportunity to get to, obviously that's not even possible. Anyway, then you try to get to 10% of the Bitcoin. Only 210 million people on the planet. Again, there's 8 billion people on the planet. Will have the opportunity to get to 10% of the Bitcoin. Again, even that's not even possible. Then get to 0.01% of the Bitcoin, which is 1% of the Bitcoin, which only 2.1 billion people have the ability to attempt to get to, and that won't be possible either. You cannot, of course, split up everything evenly after 15 years of being on this planet. Of course, Bitcoin. All right, so Ripple files a letter to SEC to officially treat XRP like Bitcoin and ETH, plus 0% haircut collateral status to real USD. Of course, that's their stablecoin. Ripple just filed a massive letter to the SEC.gov. Crypto Task Force officially asking regulators to modernize crypto rules for institutional era. Ripple wants to treat XRP the same as Bitcoin and ETH, recognize real USD as a top tier collateral, I guess, stablecoin, reduce real USD reserve haircuts from 2% to 0%, and make blockchain registries the official legal ownership records for tokenized assets. Ripple specifically wants XRP classified as a readily marketable digital asset alongside Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you guys don't remember, the beginning of last year, we did get a White House assessment of mature crypto assets, and Doge, I repeat, Doge was more mature of an asset than XRP, according to the White House report last year. I forget how they did it. It was basically like from 1 to 10, where lies the maturity rating. Obviously, I think one of the biggest reasons why it was such a a low score was, I think, the lawsuit was still ongoing at the beginning of last year, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure it was. And then we had we still have 40% of the entire supply still needs to be distributed, right? There's a lot of reasons why, but anyway, Doge, of course, is fully allocated. So, well, it's constantly being allocated too with an unlimited supply. And then, of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, most mature assets in the space. It's been a long time out there. Look it up, do your own research. Don't believe everything I say. But that's what happened last year. All right. Anything else? MicroStrategy is a bit back, of course. Yeah, they're going back with the Bitcoin vacuum. It really doesn't do much for me, man. I mean, we know they're gobbling up all the Bitcoin. The whole vacuum thing, I don't know. I don't know why that meme really took off this past month. Argentine peso is in a free fall, still down. Wow, yeah, the Argentine peso is still down from 99% from its peak. This is the second Argentine peso we've had in the past 4 years, with Javier Milei taking presidency about 3 years ago. I remember when he did. I think it was like 22, 23. I'm pretty sure it was 2023. He cut, of course, the ribbon with the chainsaw. He was, of course, the most controversial figure in the past few years. I mean, he flipped the entire country upside down, cut all these agencies, of course, inspiring Elon Musk and whatever he did, what he tried to do last year, which is all bullshit. Didn't work for Argentina, didn't gonna work for America either. Here we are. It's going back to zero again. I do remember when they were throwing their money in the streets. They were burning it in the streets. They were using it as confetti when Javier Milei won. If you guys don't remember that, it is quite to see. If you guys maybe were not in crypto back then. I've been watching, of course, all these currencies over the past 10, 15 years collapse. Of course, the dollar is not immune to it. All right, so Javier Milei wins. The streets, I don't know. There we go. Here's a little bit of a taste from that era. Oh my God. That's not what I'm looking for. But yeah, everyone was throwing their money in the air and then burning it in the street. It was fun. Because it was worth nothing. It was worth nothing. People were tearing apart their currency. I've showed that clip so many times on my channel. It's been a minute since I showed it. But people were tearing apart their own currency. Of course, the coins, the outer ring of the coin being like 3 times worth or 10 times worth more than the actual currency itself, defacing the value of the currency, of course, tearing it apart for scrap metal. RFK says, I put most of my wealth into Bitcoin, and I'm fully committed. Of course, he was our first Bitcoin presidential candidate in 2023 running, 2024 running, and of course he did not win because of President Trump's return. Ferrari just fell 5%, unveiling that stupid car. Bitcoin power law suggests that Bitcoin should be $163,000 today. Not a great time to play this, but yeah.
Bitcoin's powered by chaos. When Godzilla walks onto the playground, all your models, they're all going to be destroyed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eventually the power law will be destroyed too. Only a matter of time. Maybe first down, then up. First down, then up. Jeez. All right. I think that's it, guys. I think we're running out of, leg room for news. President Trump says Japan will now source 100% of its ethanol directly from the United States. Winning in the oil industry. All right, let's get back to TradFi. One more run, then I'm going to call it, guys.
Just under
$90
per barrel. Today. Brent crude also down about $3.60.
Damn, still continuing.
Just below $96 a barrel, so moving lower, reflecting.
Nice. Maybe some insider information going around. Again, we couldn't get this thing really knocked back. Again, reporting from the White House this morning. 30-day, possibly this could be over, and that'll be June, July. Perfect timing too for a crypto rally. All right, guys, let's get back in the news or the chat one more time. I'm gonna head out here in a second. Bitcoin sitting at 74.8. All right, still bouncing off of this level here. This key level of support. All right, what else we got? Of course, if you guys just joining us, calling for baseline bear last night. What do we do? We got bear.
We're gonna win so much.
I'm tired of winning. All right, House Hippo dump. Yes, Crypto Quint, the House Hippo dump. Bitcoin to 55K. I gotta bring the House Hippo dump back, man. I can't get any of this stuff to work. And I lost all my data on my computer yesterday for the channel, so I'm gonna have to build all this from, not from scratch, but I gotta make it integrate it with the OBS again. That's annoying. I get some time to do that once I get done reformatting all my old computers. I need that House Hippo dump right now. I do. Crypto Quint. 100%. Super Danny, how the hell you been? Super Danny in the house. Welcome, Super Danny. Welcome back. Good morning. Brandon White loves sausage. Tennessee Pride from Brandon White. Gway is the way, Brandon. Gway is the way, my friend. Gway. You do not know the way unless you gway. Okay. Good morning, Danny. Good morning. Good morning, Gamma. Of course, shout out from Danny. And Strawberry as well. Good morning, Danny. Went working, enjoying life as best as I can. Nice. What is up, Danny? Yeah, I've been spending most of my time on the move here lately. Packing everything, selling everything I possibly can before I have to get out of here. I'm going to find out a little bit more today. I have a meeting scheduled with the landlord today to hopefully get some information as to when I need to be out. I still don't know. It's all still up in the air, guys. Lots to be grateful for, says Crypto Quint. Yes, feel it. Do you feel it? Let's see. Hey, Brave, House Hippo dump Bitcoin to 55K.
What are you, stupid?
Jeez. Cliff says, anyone else sees the news ramblings about anyone resistance to data centers or whatever reason is against America? No, I haven't seen that, Cliff. Brandon White says, Otaku, what can you tell me about the Google Zbeck situation? What? Google Zbeck situation? Are they doing like payrolls on Google? What are they trying to like start something big like Google Pay, like competing with PayPal in a bigger way? I don't know. What is the Google situation with Zbeck? Let's take a look. That would be pretty big. Wait, I did just see this morning Zbeck got back up to was it 303? What? I don't know. 203? I don't know how many zeros are on that damn thing anymore. I still hold a big big portion of my portfolio in that damn coin. Zbeck, Google. Let's see. Real-time payments, payroll, Google. Just lit the fuse for agentic commerce as of a day ago here on X. Google just lit the fuse for the agentic commerce, and Zbeck may be the payment rails beneath it. Most people are focused on Google's new Universal Cart, UCP platform. They're missing a much bigger story. One, Google is building the demand side of AI commerce layer. With UCP, users can discover products through search Gemini Maps, add items across merchants into one cart, check it out in a few taps on the Google Pay. That's what my assumption was. They're going to integrate with Google Pay. Nike, Walmart, Target, Sephora, Shopify merchants. That would be big too if they get on board with Shopify. And it's expanding into hotel bookings, local food delivery, AI-powered purchasing directly into conversations. This is agentic commerce. AI doesn't just recommend anymore. It executes purchases for you. But it's a major problem. Google controls Discovery Plus, checkout. But settlement still runs through legacy rails. It means that delayed merchant payouts, batch processing, fragmented loyalty systems, C1 settlement delays, whatever. AI commerce is moving at machine speed. Traditional finance needs to be moving in batches. That's the bottleneck. 3 is where Zbeck becomes incredibly interesting. Zbeck isn't competing with Google. It's under the checkout experience as programmable settlement infrastructure. Google handles discovery, recommendation, and execution. Right, Zbeck handles the real-time settlement, streaming money movement, programmable rewards, instant liquidity. Imagine the flow. I imagine a lot, but where's the juice? Where's the deets? Okay. This is all just speculation. Google UCP already supports loyalty integrations. I don't know, man. I think this is a little too smoke up, butts. That's what I see. I don't see any real integration here, though, or any real announcement or anything really happening behind the scenes. eBay takes streaming payroll to stellar and First Move. Okay, so it's a stellar partnership. Danny coming with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Danny. Sending some love for the King of Chaos. Thank you so much, Danny. I hope you have a great day. Thanks again, Danny, for supporting the chaos. Cliff says Simon of ZBEC posted maybe London meeting with Google and Google making some crypto play. Anyone criticizes data centers would be labeled a terrorist, says Braveheart. Like China's model of the under-the-ocean data centers, cooling issues possibly solved. China's always one step ahead of us, always. Crypto Quinn says, I see cat ears on ZBEC in the 15-minute chart. Ooh. Let's take a look at what's going on with ZBEC this morning. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yikes. That's a double top, isn't it? Double top. If it does get a little bit of a push, it could attempt to, yeah, break on out. It could. Damn, when did this happen? I saw this morning we did break back up to 203. I mentioned that this morning, but 3-1, man, I didn't see that. Back to 3-1. It got rejected immediately though, but we'll see. This has been pretty much holding the line here. It's actually a little under the line. I forget when I drew this damn thing. Yeah, it's still a little under the overall trend. Since, of course, it fell from, 4? 204? Yep. Alright, well, I'm assuming the trend is still your friend. You're probably still going to be hanging out here. Maybe going a little bit flatter, under trend, and then seeing maybe a retest. Maybe into June, something like that. If it doesn't at least attempt to get back up there tonight. It's only got a few more days left until we reset for the month, right? So possibly start to see something more retracing back up to at least the retesting the break to the upside on ZBEC. I'm still bullish on this project either way. I hold too much of it.
What are you, stupid?
All right. Cliff says, what else we got? Data centers. And yeah, when are we going to get a penny on ZBEC? Since everyone's been waiting for that damn penny, I'm going to be selling some more before we hit a penny again. Got to take some more profits on this damn thing. But yeah, we've been waiting forever for this. My time frame's still somewhere between August, September, something like that for a penny. Could explode though if we do get what do you call it, by July. Clarity. So that's still the big question mark. But yeah, still on the road to a penny. I still think it's going to happen. More than likely, it's going to happen this year, as long as we get some sort of major catalyst. If you guys are, if you find anything juicy on Google, that could be one of those catalysts for sure. Google has got a huge, customer base. Let's see. Cliff has got to talk about the data centers here. Red Alert: Americans who question all AI data centers are now being treated like potential terrorists under a disturbing new law enforcement category called anti-tech extremism. Jeez, it's pretty radical. Both sides are pretty radical now. We got this from Cliff as well. Thank you, Cliff. DHS just listed AI resistance as a national threat. Wow. Anti-tech violent extremism. So I guess that's making the rounds on X. I have not heard about this yet. It's pretty extreme for both sides. Really, of course, the people not embracing technology. Yeah, we're always going to have those people. And of course, the what we're doing in this, at the federal level. ZBEC to $1 says Crypto Quint. Yes, let it be. ZBEC to $1. That silly song from what is it? Martin Lucas. Yeah, Martin Lucas last year. ZBEC to $1. Let it be. Oh my God, that freaking song.
What are you, stupid?
Jeez. All right, guys. I think I've exhausted every bit of news that's coming out today. I'm going to do one more run through TradFi.
Look at the trends that are out there. All the CapEx expending that's going forward. It sets a nice stage for the earnings momentum to continue at the
All right. Yeah. Stocks moving higher. Software coming back soon. Crypto coming back soon. That's what we were hearing this morning. Still doing the thing. Insane, reaching for the sky right now, breaking out new all-time highs on the S&P 500 this morning. 7,500. Insane.
Significant liquidity from my ownership. I'm the largest single individual holder of the company, and I'm very, All
right, Geeks, that's it, guys. I think that's it. I've already done so much doom scrolling, trying to really stretch the news. I really wanted to get cryptonews.net to work today, but they are down. Their site is dead. All right, so don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, guys. I'll be back again tonight for our Patreon Live. Again, we do, of course, the market open here in the United States every single morning, and we do the market close, and, of course, the market open in the foreign market at around 8 p.m. Eastern every single day, guys. And tonight, of course, is our Patreon Live. For only $15 a month, you guys can, of course, participate in those lives on the Patreon. The link's in the description down below. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you again tonight. Another night of chaos. I can't wait. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, bold Nike. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Fill my world with more coins and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood shopping and door. I choose you. I love you.
Yes, and it looks like the chat was right again today. 88% of you guys, of course, will Bitcoin lose 75K? And we're leaving right now. Bitcoin's sitting at 74.8. Congrats, guys. Golf clap. I'll see you guys tonight. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day. Later.